everyone, Stephanie here from Couture TV with Stephanie, and welcome to our 10th episode. You heard right, it's our double-digit episode. So on today's episode, we're talking about Liquid Drops 3D pearls. This is going to be your new favorite way to add texture, dimension, and a pop of color to all your crafts. Let's get started. What are Liquid Drops 3D pearls? Basically, it's a dimensional pearlescent paint. So it is like a 3D paint. They're acid-free and they're non-toxic. There's 12 vibrant colors to choose from. Now, what can you use these on? Let me show you. Of course, you can use them on cardstock, but did you know you can also use them on fabric? You can use them on paper mache, wood, anything you'd use paint on, you can use these on. But let me show you how you can use them. Let's put these aside. Now, how do they work? Let's get a piece of cardstock. Now, they have a screw-on lid. Always keep the lid on to prevent it from drying out, because they do dry out like normal paints. Now, it's a flexible little bottle so you can squeeze. It's got a fine little tip so you can write with it. So I could go ahead and write. Now, the harder I squeeze, the more paint comes out. The lighter I squeeze, the less that comes out. Now, I can do little dots, big ones, small ones, depends on how much pressure I put on the bottle. Now, let me teach you a little trick. See how they've got little pointy little circles there? If you want to get rid of those little points, just give the cardstock a little flick underneath while it's still wet, and they flatten. You've got perfect little circles. Now, another way to use these is to paint with a brush. So I would put it on my glass mat because it cleans up and it wipes away straight away. So I can get my paint and paint straight onto it like that. And that's nice to use for backgrounds when you're crafting your cards. Another way you can do, let's use another color. Let's use the purple. Now, the purple's quite dark, so if I use it straight from there, you'll see how dark it is. Okay, now I can turn it into watercolor paint by using a little bit of water. Put the water there. Just mix it into the paint. It just goes on finer. So you can use these as watercolor paints. When you add water, it just goes a little bit further and lighter. I'll just wipe that down off my glass mat. Another way you could use it is as glue. Do you know these sticks? So I can put some down. I'll just get one of my little pearls and stick it down. So it acts as a glue as well. How cool is that? Now, this is a clear one. Now, you might say, what am I going to do with the clear? Lots of things. Let me show you. Now, how pretty is that clear? Now, if I use that clear on a different color cardstock, it is completely different. When it's on blue, the clear looks a bit of like a tinge of blue. When I use it on a yellow, it looks like a yellow. So depending on the cardstock you use will change the look of your little pearls. How cool is that? Now I'm going to show you a quick craft where you can use these. I'm just going to get a piece of smooth cardstock, the A5 size. Get my little baby guillotine. Let's move you aside a second. Just want to cut it to size about that. Let's move that aside. Now I'm going to make a bottle tag, a groovy bottle tag. So I'm just going to use my hole punch, cut out a circle for my bottle. Is that, and I'm going to get my scoring board. I'm just going to use my mini scoring board. I just want to score a line around here where it'll go on the bottle. So it'll fold up like that. So sit on the bottle like that. Nice. Let's move that aside. So that's my bottle label. That is the top that will go through the neck of the bottle. So this is what I want to decorate. So I've got this happy birthday sign that I've cut out with my die. I'm going to use my tweezers and my all-purpose craft glue. I've got the pin on top. I'm just going to take the pin out, and I am going to, in some spots, put a few spots of glue. I don't need a lot because it is a strong glue and it dries quickly, so I do need to move quick. Just a few everywhere. There we go. Now I need to make sure this is straight. There we go. And if it does come through like there, the white, it doesn't matter because it's going to dry clear. I'm just going to push it down there. Now I'm going to decorate it. Now I have a few gems I want to use, and I'm going to use the crystal. Now, as I said, the crystal, whatever color you put it on, the color shines through. So because I'm going to put on a black, it tends to look like a bit of a blue color. So I really like that effect. So I'm going to use that here. So I'm going to do different size dots, depending on how much pressure I put. I want that one to be bigger. And I want to put one of these gems on the largest one. There we go, because I know it acts as a glue as well. I'm just going to go ahead and do a few more. Another gem there. Up here. You can be so creative with these. See how it looks like a blue and it's not clear anymore because of the color of the paper? Oops, don't turn upside down. Let's try that again. try that again. There we go. Maybe I'll use tweezers now. So much easier. There we go. There you go. So that is our gift tag for our wine bottle. Let's put it on and have a look what it looks like. Let's move all this stuff aside. Oops. So that folds like that, goes on top of the bottle, and it hangs down like that. So you can put almost any message and give that as a gift. How cool is that? So a quick recap. The 3D liquid pearls, they come in 12 colors, and you've got the clear. And don't forget, the clear is multiple colors in itself because it depends on what color cardstock you use underneath. Don't forget, it can be used on cardstock, wood, fabric, and lots more. So you can do so many things with this, and there's different methods of using it, not just squeezing it out of a bottle. So I hope you like this tutorial. Give us a thumbs up, and I'll see you back here next week. Bye.